And what are you happy for this holiday season, Lexie? You're supposed to look at the camera.
I hated it when my childhood best friend came over. She wasn't afraid of her mouth, like the original Avril Lavigne, and she had 10 imaginary names for herself when we first met. We had our very own SpongeBob and Patrick best friend necklaces from Claire's, and she hugged me whenever she wanted to show care. She made me feel expansive and loved. And she asked me, "Why do you flinch?" The curves of my friend's body grew up and out faster than mine, and the chewing man loved it. Whenever my friend wasn't around, he would ask me about her as if she could easily replace the runaway sister who left the chair empty at the table. He asked, "Why? Why don't you let me touch you the way that you let her?" The original Avril Lavigne owned her body in a way that I couldn't imagine, and I felt small. Like, why invite friends over when he can see I didn't push away their touch? And the times I reach, I get caught. Blue night lights, a shadow by my dresser, the ceiling. The SpongeBob stuffed animal falls to the floor. Sprout, your friends can come over if you... Once I was grounded for putting my hamper in front of my bedroom door, or that time I lay on the bathroom floor to hear her saying no, and everything fell. The kind of sister would say our Barbies were just having sex, but we both knew it was more complicated than that. We would turn up the TV when it felt too real. Traditions. I would tie bells to my doorknob and create an obstacle course of blankets, clothes, and toys, hoping that an alarm would sound or a maze would wind into another room. My favorite kind of disorientation. I was afraid of my bed and my mouth. He said he was just following the cat into the room, and I would throw my fist into the air every time she walked out of the room, and I would pray at night that he would be in a better mood the next day, and the lack of change made me let go of my faith like a heavy suitcase. I would study my body hoping that maybe I could change that instead, or maybe it could even move somewhere else. I hated my hair because he loved it. I hated the sound of chewing because he would say fatty fat, and I thought, why do I keep making him mad when I'm never even full? I do not think I was worthy of these nutrients. Sprout was my name. He said Sprout was growing into something beautiful and it hurt to feel uprooted. I did not know my mother's traditions. He took their place. We always had the same 5 meals. Holidays sucked and chewed and sucked, and the only tradition I know was generation after generation of violence, and I loathed my aching blood for passing along all this everything. Why would I ever want to have children when they would carry this virus? Why try? I didn't speak for a long time. I missed my roller skates. I missed being able to feel the floor that I stood on, anything that felt like movement, stuck, quiet. How to go away? I wanted to go away, writing goodbye notes hidden in my drawer, a sad face that my kind of sister saw me draw, and I crossed it out so much that the notebook page turned blue. I would look to the side of my bed and there would be his junk. This isn't my life. This isn't my life, and sometimes I believe that I'm just making it all up, or maybe this is normal. Where am I? We are normal. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Why? Dare you to move. Why? Play another song so I can fall asleep. So small. Why can't I? I'm hovering. Where am I? The ceiling? Hovering my own body with torn out ice sheets clenched, a fistful of nails and breath. Another stuffed animal falls to the ground. I hate this part. I'll never have children. This is my blood traditions. I hate this part. How do I reach what I push back? How do I pretend to be a kid when everything is pretending? Where can I go to let God in? How can I believe these things can be close to me? How can I go? Where can I go to really know someone will see a different kind of light in me? This isn't love, and it's not where I belong. And people ask, how do you feel undeserving of love? Something so natural. I grew from a place where telling my body's truth would uproot everything, where language was used to manipulate my boundaries, so silence was better, pushing me to believe that I wanted to be had. The hurt said it was best to become a see-through version of myself, so I don't have to keep falling into the trauma of fallen toys. The hurt said I hate the colors blue and red and anything I could trace back to my body. The boy standing next to me in line at gym class said, "Don't ask her. She doesn't talk anymore." So at 9 years old, silence. Because I had no answers. There's no logic behind 9-year-old ghosts. And tell that to my future. Lying in the beds of boy after boy, explaining, praying that he will not see me as just one thing, not even as baggage. How they would drop me like a heavy suitcase with the anxiety of not knowing where to put all my insides once we get there. I just wanted to let them know where I had been. So tell me, how can I learn to be present if he was so destination-oriented? Tell silence to my future, saying you cannot love another woman. You are unholy in your expansion and joy and pleasure. Tell silence to the boy with restless hands who only held his mouth still when I said I was raped. Let me tell you about the time I feel so far away. And if that happens, will you bring me back? I could never come back to my body or bed with these boys that would never come back. And if they came back, they wouldn't let me push back. The party joke's weed-stained vision blurred to the strain of my eyes. How hard I tried to unchain him from my clavicle. My legs buried under another's fists after the Halloween party. My hands tied behind another's back after the Valentine's Day party. Traditions. He never gave me time to remember that his body is not every man's body. The echo of, "Don't ask her. She doesn't talk anymore." And women would say, "You're so quiet when you kiss." And maybe it's because I could still feel the grasp of his just lay there. Breathe, detach. Just lie as if my body likes it, because it couldn't even feel in real time. I want to be here with you and I don't know how. My friend Indigo, who once wrote a letter to her clavicle, held my head when I was so deep into a flashback that I couldn't feel my fingertips. We were staying at a house in Ottawa with a demonic cat named Lemon, who we kept out of the bedroom. My fingers squeezed into the roots of my hair, digging for the place where this all started. I was awake into the hours I expected him to walk through the doors. I sobbed. You are here now, Coot Indigo. You are here now. You are here now. She never tried to possess me or kiss me. Indigo let me push and feel the rocking of my own weight with so much passion for this life. Indigo, you reminded me that the opposite of silence is expansion. The opposite of silence is staying here in my breath. The opposite of silence is absorbing my own beauty. It is not leaving it beating in the palms of a man who tried to pull something outside of me that he ultimately couldn't find in himself. You are here now. And if you felt my skin, you would know that I carry all this so-called baggage, so I can find a place to live. And if you were here, you would know where to find me.